Sakop? Okay, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Kanina pa po ako nakikinig sa mga legal positions ng bawat panig. But I think I would agree with the Honorable Guevara that the bone of contention of this issue is contained in Article 127, Paragraph 2. May I know, ano po yung definition nyo ng the term commence? Kasi if I read yung statement na pinagtatalunan natin ngayong araw na ito is, the withdrawal shall not affect any cooperation with the court in connection with criminal investigations and proceedings in relation to which the withdrawing state had a duty to cooperate. That's the first condition. Pero hindi po, may second and ang sinabi, which were commenced prior to the date on which the withdrawal became effective. Yun po yung crux of the issue Di po ba? But may I ask, Your Honor, the Solicitor General, what is, I think this statute has also its rules of procedure. In the same manner that we have our rules of criminal and civil procedure. Tama po?
Tama po yan.
Yes.
Yun.
Now, the statement speaks of the term commence. So, going to Webster Dictionary, it means to begin or to start. Tama po?
Tama po.
Would you agree, Your Honor?
Tama po.
Oh. But doon po sa previous statement, it is in connection with criminal investigations.
Tama po.
Now, when, Your Honor?
Tama po.
Oh. But doon po sa previous statement, it is in connection with criminal investigations.
Tama po.
Now, when would the criminal investigation commence?
Upon the, well, depende po yan kung ang pinag-uusapan po natin ay yung sa ating sistema
Hindi,
o doon sa sistema ng
Your Honor,
ICC.
I'm speaking of, I'm citing the statement stated in Article 127 of the Rome Statute. It speaks of criminal investigations.
Apo.
And the term commence was used.
Apo.
Now, may I know, when does a criminal investigation internationally or locally start? That's my point, Mr. Secretary.
Yes, Your Honor. If we are going to base it on Article 13, it is when the one of the instances would be when the ICC prosecutor motu proprio requests for investigation. Request to commence. Maybe we should take a look at
No.
Article 13. Your Honor.
Article 13 speaks of exercise of jurisdiction. Yes, I agree, Your Honor. Kaya nga po, tinatanong ko kasi nandito po yung issue natin Kanina ko pa pinakikinggan yung mga legal treatises ninyo pero this issue should be resolved. What is the legal definition insofar as international law is concerned sa term na to commence? And insofar as international law is concerned, what do we mean by criminal investigations? And when does a criminal investigation start with international law? Yun po yung issue ngayon
Yes, Your Honor. In the case of the Rome Statute, which created the ICC, the commencement of the investigation would be at the point where the pretrial chamber authorized the ICC prosecutor to commence his investigation. That is exactly what the two judges of the appeals chamber said. In fact, the prosecutor filed a request for the commencement of his investigation. He made that request to the pretrial chamber in March of 2021. So, the pretrial chamber authorized the commencement of the investigation in September of 2021.
I heard that from you, Your Honor.
So that is my answer.
I also listened to my good friend, the Honorable Colmenares. And I'm speaking as an investigator, Your Honor. A criminal investigation starts the moment a complainant files a complaint against somebody. Kaya, tama yung sabi po ninyo, Kong Colmenares. Kanya-kanyang interpretasyon ito. Because they look at the rules of procedure. Dito po sa rules of procedure ng Rome Statute, wala akong makita na that will state kung kailan nagsisimula yung criminal investigation stated in Article 127. Yun po yung ako. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, if I may just clarify doon, Mr. Chair,
Oh.
just to clarify kung
Short
lang,
Okay.
Mr. Chair. Kasi I agree with the Solgen, exercise of jurisdiction.
Especially yung last part na sinabi nyo, and which were commenced prior to the date on which the withdrawal became effective.
Mhm.
Kaya nga po sinasabi ko, yun nga pong na-commence ay nangyari po noong 2021 na tapos na po ang effectivity ng ating withdrawal. Kaya nga po hindi siya applicable, Your Honor.
Ikaw mismo nagsabi na nag-commence yung preliminary examination.
No. Your Honor,
I can appeal to the records of the case. You said that the preliminary, the examination mismo
Apo.
ay nag-commence before the effectivity of the Philippines withdrawal.
Apo.
But the request for a preliminary investigation came after.
Yes.
Yes, correct?
Kaya po yung ating bone of contention dahil nga po ang interpretation ng government yan ay preliminary investigation ang tinutukoy. Kaya nga po humingi ng authorization pa ang prosecutor to commence his preliminary investigation.
Okay.
Yung pong preliminary examination, sa kanya lang po yun eh. Sa parte lamang po ng prosecutor yon. Siya lamang po ang dumidiskarte doon. Pardon my word. Pero hindi pa po involved ang ICC chamber doon sa time na nangangalap ng ebidensya ang prosecutor. Hindi pa po involved ang chamber ng ICC. Kanya lamang pong sariling effort yon ng prosecutor.
Well, sa palagay ko naman, yung examination ay yun ang pagsisimula ng pag-imbestiga ng prosecutors ng ICC. And they will not proceed without the go signal from the ICC. Kaya we are trying to make a distinction which should not be made. Just so to escape our obligation to cooperate. Ngayon, palagay ko naman alam ng Solicitor General ang Philippine jurisprudence on jurisdiction.
Yes, Your Honor.
And once jurisdiction is laid or attached with the filing of a complaint, whether in a civil or criminal case, that jurisdiction continues unimpeded until there is a pronouncement by the court of its final judgment and its enforcement of its decision. Hindi ba totoo yan?
Tama po yan sa ating judiciary under our legal system. Pero ito pong sa ICC, ito po ay covered ng isang treaty. Kaya po yung ating jurisprudence on jurisdiction does not necessarily apply to an international treaty like the Rome Statute.
Yung bang interpretasyon ng gobyerno doon sa Article 127 ay salungat sa ating jurisprudence na sinusunod sa Pilipinas na ang jurisdiction, pag iyan once laid, that survives and that should not be impeded even by any delay or irregularity in the process. Iyan ang mga desisyon ng ating Korte Suprema. At iyan din ang linalaman ng Article 127 because yung Article 127 did not make any distinction whether it is yung initial examination or preliminary investigation o yung trial mismo before the ICC.
Yun pong sa parte ng ICC ay meron pong there are specific articles of the Rome Statute that deal with the exercise of jurisdiction. Yun nga pong sinabi ko na Articles 12 and Articles 12 and 13. So very specific po yung exercise of jurisdiction under the Rome Statute. Kaya nga po hindi natin magamit ng exactly kung ano po yung jurisprudence are under Philippine law. Kasi sa atin po ay, kumbaga, sa rules of court natin po iyan and jurisprudence. Pero ito po ay treaty, kaya po hindi siya talaga applicable. Yun po ang sinusunod natin, yung Articles 12 and 13. Pero kung meron po kayong ibang interpretasyon kung ano ang ibig sabihin ng investigation being commenced by the prosecutor, kung ang inyo pong opinion ay pati preliminary examination stage ay kasama noon, then that is your interpretation, Your Honor. Kaya lamang, yun pong decision ng ICC Appeals Chamber na nangyari po noong July of 2023 ay maliwanag na maliwanag pong explain noong dalawang members of the appeals chamber na yun pong pag-exercise ng jurisdiction ay hindi na trigger on a timely basis. At yun po ay makikita natin doon sa dissenting opinion ng mismong presiding judge ng ICC.
Okay.
Unfortunately, yun pong 3 other members of the appeals chamber did not make any statement at all about the issue of jurisdiction. Yung pong dalawang minority, ang siyang mayroong very strong statement na hindi na exercise ang jurisdiction at the proper time. At hindi naman po pwedeng forever, perpetually na nakahang yung ganyang klaseng threat sa Philippine government. Kaya po, ganon ang kanilang naging decision.